In this video, we dive deep into the latest developments in the Australian bikie scene from the past week. We'll uncover the latest updates on a senior Rebels member, explore the ongoing saga involving a former Mongols bikie, and track the court outcomes on the Finks bikie. Plus, we'll bring you the inside scoop on other significant events shaking up the bikie underworld. So let's dive in. First update is on a high-ranking Rebels bikie Joseph Raimondi, who appeared at a Perth District Court and has been sentenced to an additional 5 years in prison for his continued involvement in drug trafficking. Despite previously receiving a 9-month suspended sentence for destroying methamphetamine evidence, Raimondi returned to the drug trade just weeks later and was found dealing in over 100 grams of meth. His actions were driven partly by a need to pay off a drug debt, however his involvement suggests he was a trusted figure in a larger drug network. With a criminal record spanning 11 pages, Raimondi has also been officially declared a drug trafficker. He will need to serve 3 years before being eligible for parole. In early 2023, Raimondi lost 51 kilograms after undergoing gastric sleeve surgery. This significant weight loss followed a dramatic police raid at his Perth home, where he was caught trying to flush meth down the toilet. However, his lawyer told the court that he struggled with self-esteem issues related to his weight, had been using drugs to cope. The raid prompted him to seek help at a rehab center, leading to his weight loss and a commitment to remain drug-free. Despite his efforts, he was sentenced to 9 months in jail, suspended for 9 months, and fined for displaying gang tattoos in public. Raimondi was a close associate of slain bikie boss Nick Martin, but now claims to have cut ties with the Rebels MC, but his deep ties to the criminal world and a history of anti-consorting offenses make it uncertain whether he can maintain this separation while in prison. The case highlights his persistent criminal behavior and the challenges he faces in breaking free from his past. Second update is about Comanchero bikie Ahmad J. Malkoun, who has written and published a gripping autobiography titled The Consultant. Known for his extraordinary life as a champion kickboxer, Victorian boss of the Comanchero MC, and a man whose ventures led to a 10-year prison sentence, Malkoun's story is anything but ordinary. In the book he writes that while serving time, he befriended Gregory David Roberts, an Australian author best known for his novel Shantaram, who inspired him to write about his own tumultuous life. The Consultant is a compelling exploration of violence, redemption, and a man who's lived multiple lifetimes. Among the book's most explosive moments is a harrowing chapter about an assassination attempt in Greece. 5 years ago, assassins tried to kill Malkoun with a car bomb. Despite severe injuries, including horrific injuries to both of his legs, Malkoun survived against the odds, leaving the underworld and the public in shock. His survival and the subsequent investigation sent ripples through the criminal world, with many speculating on who failed to finish the job. The Consultant delves deep into this dramatic event, offering a vivid account of Malkoun's fight for survival and his quest for redemption. Next update is from the Kingdom of Tonga, a small island nation in the Pacific, where in a major crackdown the Tongan police have arrested 17 individuals linked to a large-scale methamphetamine operation. The arrests are connected to a broader investigation into the importation and distribution of drugs in Tonga, involving international cooperation from New Zealand, Australia, and the United States. The operation zeroed in on the Comanchero MC, resulting in the seizure of over 6 kilograms of meth, multiple vehicles, and various Comanchero-related paraphernalia. Among those arrested were a customs officer and a prison officer, underscoring the troubling reach of organized crime into official institutions. Also taken into custody was Anisi Taumi Folau, a senior Comanchero member, TikTok star, and a 501 deportee from Australia, who had been flaunting his lavish lifestyle in Tonga across social media platforms. The recent raids have been described as a significant milestone by Tonga Police Commissioner, and Tongan Prime Minister acknowledged the ongoing challenges but noted a decrease in drug use at the village level. However, visible drug issues persist in the capital, and there are concerns about methamphetamine being smuggled into the kingdom, including reports of its availability within prisons. Our next update is about 4 suspicious fires that erupted across Melbourne, including one at a home linked to notorious underworld figure and former Mongols bikie Suleiman Sam Abdul Rahim. Firefighters responded to the blaze at his Thomastown property, which had been the target of previous drive-by shootings. Other incidents included a car crashing through and igniting a Port Melbourne hair salon, a man allegedly setting fire to his own Richmond apartment, and a suspicious fire at a disused retirement village in Patterson Lakes. All fires are under investigation by police. Sam has survived several assassination attempts, highlighting his entanglement in ongoing underworld conflicts. One significant area of involvement for bikie clubs is the illegal tobacco trade, often referred to as the tobacco wars. This black market is highly lucrative, involving the smuggling, production, and distribution of untaxed or counterfeit tobacco products. The profitability of this trade has led to violent confrontations among criminal groups vying for control, resulting in shootings, arson, and other forms of intimidation. Australian law enforcement has been intensifying efforts to crack down on the illegal tobacco market, targeting the financial networks and operations of those involved, which has brought increased scrutiny to figures like Abdul Rahim. Our fifth and final update is about Rafaela Marone, a 45-year-old member of the Finks MC, who was heavily involved in a meth trafficking operation that he ran from his family home. Initially, Marone was sentenced to 6 years in prison with a non-parole period of 3 years. This sentence was handed down by judge, who acknowledged Marone's efforts to leave the Finks and overcome his drug addiction. Marone's attempts to care for his wife, who suffers from mental health issues, were also considered in the original sentencing. However, the Director of Public Prosecutions appealed the sentence, arguing that it was inadequate given the gravity of his offenses and his history of drug trafficking, and it was so lenient that it could undermine public confidence in the justice system. During the investigation, police found 7.3 grams of methamphetamine and 28.3 grams of MDMA hidden in palm trees on Marone's property, along with a handwritten tick list and $11,100 in cash. The evidence, including telephone intercepts and CCTV footage, indicated that Marone held a higher role than a typical street-level dealer, as he was directing others involved in the drug business. Despite Marone's claims of rehabilitation and his desire to remove his gang tattoos, the Court of Appeal was not convinced that his personal circumstances outweighed the need to protect the community. As a result, Marone's sentence has now been increased to 8 years and 8 months, with his non-parole period more than doubled to 6 years and 9 months. This decision reflects the court's stance on the severity of his crimes and the importance of deterring organized crime activities. The court's message? If you're gonna play the drug kingpin, be ready to do more than just a quick stretch in the clink. If you're looking for more thrilling and edgy bikie updates, don't hesitate, whack that subscribe button, spread and share the video, hit that like button, and drop your thoughts in the comments. And for the true grid Spartans out there, consider sending a super thanks or buy us a coffee to show some love. Your support keeps us going and the channel thriving, especially since most of our videos aren't monetized due to all the crime-related content. Stay tuned, stay curious, stay awesome, and take care. Wu-Tang.